His last day, morning, hours, but his first story. A long time ago, there was this duck living in a big city in Holland. This duck was called Horny Detective. He was a sex addict, which explains the horny part in his name. He was called Horny Detective, but it had nothing to do with the fact that he may actually be a detective. No, Horny Detective just wears a hat. Detective style. One day, while listening to the BBC radio with their new female reporter, Horny Detective got a little excited. His needs had to be satisfied, so he looked to the left and saw half creature, half machine. He recognized him as to be Diamond Pussy Frank. That was not an option anymore, while it had hurt too many times. So he looked to the right and saw that should work. And it did. Quick relief leaving a trace in its way. When suddenly, bzz bzz, bleep bleep, Crazy Kitty, who sits on top of a shoe with magical powers, appeared. Being quite evil, quite ugly, and quite unsuccessful on the stock market recently, he performed a spell. Meow, meow, meow! Crazy kitty who sits on top of a shoe with magical powers cried. Now, what he had done was turning an abundant glass of wine into a freshly caught salmon in a glass. Leaving Horny Detective dazzled with confusion, Crazy Kitty who sits on top of a shoe with magical powers disappeared. Horny Detective was so devastated by the magical impact of what he had seen that he hanged himself. Having a triumphant last erection, proving the "when you die, you will have your last erection, at least if you are a man" myth to be true.